Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome to my channel. It's Patty. I hope everybody's doing good. I just want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for coming and joining us here. I just really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the nice comments. And thank you, because I really like to read them. So, and I just want to say that sometimes YouTube shuts my comments off. I don't mean for them to be shut off. I don't know why, but sometimes YouTube just does that. So anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Summer Wells and some contradictions and just about some things with Don and Candace Wells. So let's just have a little chit chat tonight. And I wrote some notes, but I'll just kind of go over them with you. And I got a couple little videos to show you. But anyways, first of all, I'm going to do this so I don't lose track of what I'm doing. But I want to say first that, I seen Candace on Crazy Crime Critters on the Farm, Miss Daisy's channel. And she was, she started crying and she started blaming herself. And, it really twisted my emotions, because all along I've been saying that I believe Don and Candace have something to do with Summer's disappearance. And I always go back to this one certain video of another little girl that recently went missing and ended up deceased. Her mother sold her to her boyfriend, her friend, whatever, to be essayed, raped and sodomized. Sold her, okay, for, I don't know, drugs, money, or just gave her daughter to him. So, anyways, this is Kamari Holland's mom. And I just, she was sold by her mom, but I just wanted you to hear a little clip of this under fair use. I'm not making any money on my channel. So this is just for conversation only and opinion. And so I'm just going to show this little bit here. And so just watch this mother and her reaction for a few minutes and we'll discuss it, okay?
Alright, so I stopped. That's what she was, Mommy. Let's help that, Mommy. She's like that.
Let me hold
She's
it.
like that. We were at the gas station one time and we seen a family out there and one of the little girls didn't have shoes on. And she said, Mommy, we can help them, Mommy, because I have so many pair of shoes at home, Mommy. Let's give them my shoes, Mommy. And of course we gave them her shoes because she's that caring. She had a heart. She had a spirit that she's been here before. And she was a blessing. She is a blessing.
How are you coping?
I'm coping. I'm making it. The media's making me look like I'm an evil person, but I'm not. I'm a mommy, and I did not have nothing to do with this. She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I had 3 boys that are.
Oh, she your youngest?
She was my. No, I have one more under her. I have my son under her. And it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going, but I'm doing it for her.
Do you have any support? Do you have people on your side? Someone's helping you?
Ain't nobody on my side. They didn't even tell me about the balloon release today. They hadn't even mentioned her funeral or nothing.
So will you get to decide that, or?
I think that's all Dad had custody of her.
Okay.
You know what? I have my peace with her, and she's here in my heart, and that's all that matters.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I can't even fathom what you might be going through, but please know that our hearts and prayers are with you. And I know just at the station, we cover all kinds of news, but for whatever reason, just because of what happened, it has really hit hard for a lot of people.
And that's all you see over social media is her face. She was so loved. She was so loved.
Now, she So she lived in Phoenix City.
Yes, she lived with Dad in Phoenix City, and she was with me. That Sunday I picked her up, and he prayed on her. I can't really talk about it. There's a gag order.
Okay, and we're not going to try to ask you to talk about that. Is her school doing anything?
I'm not sure. She was in school for like literally 3 weeks and then got kicked out because of coronavirus. Somebody tested positive in class. So we decided not to send her back. But she was so smart. She was just learning how to spell her name. She'd see a K somewhere. She's like, Mom, that's K-A-M-A-R-I-E. She was the best little girl ever.
So I understand she wanted to, I read somewhere
The
that
princess. She wanted to be a princess. You couldn't tell her nothing. All my makeup ruined it, but she wanted to be a princess. She can have it. She can definitely be.
What would you want viewers to know about your daughter?
She was just the sweetest girl in the world. You couldn't, oh God, you couldn't harm her. She was too sweet. Like, you could not harm that little girl because she's so innocent, so smart. She was fantastic. She was perfect.
Well, my heart aches for you. And please know our prayers are with you. I know Tony gave you her card.
Yes, I dropped off some presents and I still have some more that I will bring because that's what she would want.
But that's very
Definitely
sweet
what
of
she
you.
would want.
And is there anything that you want to say to our viewers about?
Life's short, definitely. Keep your loved ones close. You never know when it's going to be the end. And I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with my daughter's disappearance or murder. I would never. She was my life.
Of course she was. She's your baby girl.
Exactly. Like, whoever could do that is just disturbing. Very sick in the head.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No.
You like me. You like...
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big. Are you still using Prime? Because at this point, it's the dinosaur of online shopping.
At this point, we believe that the mother and the offender did have a relationship, not from a dating perspective, but did know each other. The mother has been spoke to. We're going to speak to her again. I don't know how she's going to turn out, to be honest with you. She may be perfectly fine. She may not be. But that's just part of the investigation.
On December 28th, Christy was arrested at the Circle K on Victory Drive at around 1 p.m. with the help of federal agents. And get ready for that heart ball kick, because here it comes. According to recent court records, Christy Sipple and Jeremy Williams came to an agreement to sell or rent out Kamari for sexual abuse means. The exact amount the child was sold for, to my knowledge, has not been disclosed.
A word of warning. This podcast explores graphic and disturbing stories.
Sorry.
Pair of shoes at home, Mommy. Let's give them my shoes, Mommy. And of course, Mommy, let's give them my.
Likely be all the information we'll get for a while. Kamari's father, Kamari Holland, stated, quote, "The amount of our lives will never cease. We're glad to see that she's been arrested. We are one step closer to justice for Kamari. We hope that justice is served. Christy should receive whatever the maximum penalty she can get. She's a monster. A real mother protects it."
Anyways, the little girl, as you know, as you've seen Kamari, she was sold. Yeah, sold. Yes, and it's really sickening, you know, it really truly is, but okay, I gotta try to find Miss Candace here. Maybe if I can, I'm trying. Shouldn't really be that far in my library. Sorry. Right here. So I just want to say, though, do you remember Candace talking like this? This mother is telling you, crying. Kamari's mom was just telling you how terrible, how her daughter was her life, how she could never do anything to hurt her. And she was donating all this little girl's Christmas presents to these other people. Isn't that sick? I mean, they did. It's just, I don't know. I'm sorry. It reminds me of Candace. But let's watch her again and see what she says, how she says it.
I will never drink or do anything against them ever again.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so listen, this is from Jonathan Lee Rich's channel, but this is a video that other people have had, and it's still out there somewhere, but I don't know where. But at the moment, where? Come on. Okay, well, it's not really letting me see anything there. So what I'm going to do is just look up right here. Okay, let's see who all has it here. I know he had it right here. No. I don't know if it's on this one or not. I'm just going to check, but I'm sure you guys remember.
Formulated with prebiotic oats, provides dry, sensitive skin with.
No, that is definitely not it. But well, anyways, I'm not going to, go on. I don't know where it is. But do you guys remember when Candace said, I would never do anything? These kids are my life. Summer was my life. The boys are my life. And it sounds just like Kamari's mom. It really does. And so I'm really struggling with that. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about that video. But I want to come over here and look at my notes and talk to you about that for a minute. So let's see, where's mine? Right here. So remember I was saying that the contradictions really bother me. So I just want to get into this. I want to know why Don and Candace contradict themselves. Let's see if I can zoom this even more. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, maybe that's a little bit bigger. But why do Don and Candace contradict themselves? Change answers, why? Why lie? Which answer is it we all want to know? For example, Candace said to CM from the interview room that she just dressed Summer in the morning in something light and cool because how Summer gets so hot, And later on in the same conversation, sorry. Oh, well, come on. Oh, boy, sorry about that. In the same conversation, if I can get this up here, she said she dressed Summer in a warm outfit and the truck windows were up and the air conditioner was not on because of how cold Summer gets. So which is it, you guys? Does she get so hot or did Summer get so cold? I really don't understand why you would even need to contradict yourself. Do you know what I mean? If you're just talking about your child, why would you contradict yourself so much? But they do this all the time. Early on, Don states Summer was like Don, an inside person, and later he says Summer was an outdoor person. So why the different stories, like on the shaving of the head too? So, it's like somebody did a video the other day, I don't remember who it was, but was Summer an inside person or an outside person? Just see what I mean about contradicting themselves with these stories. I don't, why would you even need to? It should all stay the same, basically. Dot told us that he and Candace passed polygraphs, but like 2 months later, Sheriff Lawson asked Candace to take another polygraph, and Don said no. He wouldn't allow her to unless TBI asked. Because remember, he said, I don't want Hawkins County doing it because they might pin something on them. So we don't know for sure about them passing polygraphs, but they can't be used in the court of law anyways because, killers have passed polygraphs. So, I mean, it's true. I watch a lot of crime documentaries, and I know that there are many who pass polygraphs, okay? So, come on. So they told us that they, Don and Candace said they passed the polygraphs, right? And, but then Sheriff Lawson asked Candace to take another one. So what the point was that I wanted to make was, this thing. I'm going to go crazy, I'm telling you. Okay. But not long after Ronnie Lawson said the parents, not long after that, Ronnie Lawson said the parents are not cooperating with the law enforcement. And that is the reason, see? Because they would not even do that. And they didn't even want nobody around their house. And why don't we hear any more memories of Summer than, what we already do? It's always the same old, same old. She loved to twirl on my arm. Or she was the boss of the house, loved to play on her swings. I'm telling you, I could tell you all kinds of memories of my children and my grandchildren. And, if I were to talk about them, you'd be here all night with me carrying on how cute they are and things they do. And there's, they just sound so scripted, I'm sorry. And, but I haven't heard these parents act like normal parents of missing kids. It's like they are removed and there's no real connection. It's just my opinion. But why does Don always say how much Summer loved him? What about Summer's mother? Did Summer not love her? I can tell you from photos and trips Candace took pictures and spent time with the kids. Don is rarely seen in the photos of the family. So he's just got a weird, strange thing about him, and I think he is a strange duck, I mean, I've never heard a father talk like this, that's all I'm saying. And why is Don out talking about this case? He was supposedly not around and really is just repeating the story he either heard from Candace or they both conspired to make up. Anyways, the story always seems scripted to me. I read an article from earlier in this case where Candace said her and Hunter were just hanging around for a few hours. Candace and Hunter had some kind of relationship. It was very inappropriate for Candace to be hanging out with the minor and contributing to him, but also for Hunter to be sending Candace porn pictures. I believe them two were not allowed to meet, and it was not supposed to be known. So, I think they were like hiding out, hanging out. But I know Candace was not happy when Hunter came out with his side of the story. We found out later that Grandis wasn't even there, but what's the truth? I mean, Grandis said she wasn't there, but what is the truth? I seen Candace, like I said, crying on Miss Daisy's live. And she looked sad, so sad and genuine, I don't know. She was intoxicated, and that will make you cry, and it has a downer effect for most people, and that all plays into it. It's hard to say, but Candace has played a lot of games, and I watched her get asked questions on another channel. She was so busy playing with her new dog and totally not there. I often wonder, like if she uses things to evade questions, you know what I mean? Everyone on purpose, like she don't even want to talk about it. But it is strange that Candace has no problem going online as long as some men were paying attention to her. Now Don's home. She can't, but as I've said many times, both of them have their own dang channels, and they have Facebook and probably still Instagram, and they have every opportunity, just like the rest of us, to speak and to brainstorm and look for ways to find some of that way, but they don't. And you know why? Because they got to have attention, because they need money. And most of us know that what is put out is done by Robin and Tim, because Candace and Don don't make hardly any effort. Maybe they are innocent of Summerwell's disappearance, but they are very crappy parents. And whatever happened, it was on their watch. So, we know that Child Protective Services do not take children away for no reason, and it has to be serious. I know Protective Services, there was reports that were coming into the house because they had an open case. And we've heard that. And I believe the parents, sorry, I gotta move my thing around, did something to Summer, because I believe the parents did this so Summer wouldn't be taken away. Because they were already in trouble for stuff. And when it came time for the CPS visit, conveniently, Summer came up missing. Strange, right? I think so. Now they are in trouble also. I recently spoke to a retired military special ops family member. I told him very little about the case, what the parents said about her going missing in a few minutes, and mom was home, and brothers, grandma, and dogs, and remote. It was remote on a hill. I told him that Dad said she was probably in some effing motel and effing some mother effer, and the first thing he said was she was trafficked. That was his first response. He knew nothing else. I didn't get into it, but he said he believes she's been trafficked, and the police have been accusing Don of this, and that's what I believe. Either that or Summer's gone to be with Jesus. I believe both parents know, and I think we'll find out more about some bad things when this comes out, so prepare yourself. Keep praying, and don't give up. God hears us. So I just want to tell you, though, that I do think that this case has every single thing to do with Protective Services. I think, that there was a complaint, a report about Summer, and I think they were coming to get them kids, or coming to look at Summer because a report or file had been made, and she just conveniently came up missing. It's just really strange, because I believe that something was going on, and they didn't want CPS to find out or to take Summer. I know. I mean, sometimes they seem so genuine, and I'll sit there and believe them and think, well, maybe they didn't know, but I truly think with all the weird things, the way they changed the story, the way that Don and Candace have scripted this, the way that Don comes out, the way that, they can't keep everything straight, and just all the stuff they say and the things they do, And I only gave you an example of Kamari Holland's mother who, sold her. I only gave you that example so you could see how she cried, how she, made it seem like she just loved her daughter to the ends of the earth. And she would never do anything but look how she lied. She sold her daughter to be raped and sodomized and killed. So how do you love your daughter if you would do that? And it's so weird because she had 3 other boys, and then she had this was her only daughter, just like Don and Candace. It's just so strange. And I don't know how you feel, but I'm really thinking, I really feel like Summer was trafficked. And if they didn't do it, then they know somebody who did do it. Or it was one of their friends. And like I said, it's on their watch. That's still child neglect. She was put somehow in harm's way because there was no supervision. And even though they might get proof that they didn't do nothing, that somebody else did this, they still can be charged for neglect. They can be charged with other things and abuse and different things. So I think them boys will start talking. I heard that I listened to The Lab the other night, and if you didn't, I think you should, because a worker like what Don and Candace have, some kind of worker, she went through different things and what they got to do before they, what goes on with like a guardian ad lim or some kind of counselor for the kids. But she said that them kids, it's been over a year, them boys are probably talking by now. They usually give them that long. As long as your child is a ward of the state, whether they get in trouble with the law or they get taken by CPS, it's your responsibility to feed and clothe that child. And so you got to pay child support, and you got to pay for their stay. I know that I have friends who had this one girl who had her boy, and he was like in juvie, some kind of juvie, but they had to pay for all of his stay there. And they were paying still after their son was long graduated. It was quite expensive for him to stay at this juvie. So, yeah, Don and Candace, that's just the way it is. And we know that they have broken some kind of rule, or Don wouldn't have been complaining about this. We know that they did something or didn't follow through, and so therefore they had to go to court. I don't know if they lost all rights to their children or if they got it extended for a period of time, but I really don't believe Summer Wells will, even if she was found, that she will ever go back to that house. I don't believe it. And it's really too bad, isn't it? Because Summer, she needs justice. I feel bad that I don't think she was loved like she needed to be loved. Look at her in the church with Robin. She was so attention hungry, so love hungry, that she was hanging on women in the church. So I just don't think that you guys loved her that much, even though you say you did. And to me, I don't know if you're crying because you do miss your kids, or if you're crying because you are losing your kids and you know this is going to be over and you're going to be in trouble. You know, it's funny how all these people, these criminals, cry after they get caught, you know, because they got caught. Then they're all sad and whatever. Well, yeah, but I think it's coming up the road, and I do believe God hears our prayers. And I do believe we just got to keep praying that the Lord will reveal where she is and that something will happen and bring a break in this case. Keep believing that. Keep praying that. But I'm just not falling for Don and Candace's sad sob stories. And, you know, I believe that he was told he had to stay off YouTube because Tim Mullins puts out that weird letter and says, oh, Don's going to stay low and just seek God. Oh, right. Don only uses God when it's convenient for him. He's not even going to church. He's so full of it. And, you know, it's really weird that Robin and Tim are involved in this. It's really strange. I don't know. They're inserted in this case. It's just, all of it's weird to me, you guys. But, yeah, I hope that we see justice or some kind of movement in this case soon. We just got to keep praying and believing something will come about, you know, but don't fall for the nonsense. Don't fall for the feel sorry for me bull crap, because that's all it is, you guys. Don and Candace are trying to get people to feel sorry for them once again. It's just a show. Because they need money. They need people to feel sorry for Candace because of her heart. But she's throwing sticks to the dog, chain smoking, drunk. You know, she doesn't care about her health. Don doesn't care about her health, or she wouldn't be doing those things. She'd be admitted into a rehab. They should have gotten in trouble a long time ago for things that they did with those kids. So, but I believe that one of these days we are going to hear, and we're going to be glad to see those two in court and at a trial. And that's for sure. We're going to be glad to see justice for Summer. But I know a lot of us aren't going to be happy when we hear what happened to her, and a lot of us are going to be sad. And I know a lot of you love Little Summer Wells, and that's why you're here, because you're trying to find out more information. And, well, I think some things are going down, so, you know, don't give up hope. And, you know, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson don't like Don Wells. He kept him in solitary confinement that whole time, saying it was for Don's protection. I don't believe that. And I think they just didn't want him out, period. And, you know, they went back and checked the house again. And Don said they're always, you know, on him and following him, whatever. So, and I just don't think Sheriff Lawson is connected to anything with Don, and I don't think he likes the Wells family either. And you'll see Sheriff Lawson will bust these guys along with TBI, so give him a little credit. I know you don't want to, I know you don't trust him, but give him a little credit and have a little patience. Sometimes cases take a long time. You gotta just wait it out. But I hope everyone has a wonderful night. I just wanted to talk to all of you and say hi. God bless you all. And I see Prayer Garden and Cher. They're both fighting with each other, and Prayer Garden's super mad. She thinks Cher supposedly some Trevor exposed PG and put a picture out there, and she says it's not her. But she's raging over there at Cher from Voices Behind the Wall. Well, why would you get so mad about it if it's not you? You would just laugh. But, oh, she's really mad, and she's raging. But, you know, I think they just got a love triangle going on. I have no idea why those two girls would see anything, those two women would see anything lovely in Don, because let me tell you what, he's gross to me. Pooping and peeing, showing his rear end on TV, talking the way he does, nasty. So you girls are nasty to me if you're in love with Don Wells, that's all I'm saying. So, But yeah, PG's over there just swearing it up, saying she's a good Christian and she's a good person while she's talking terrible. It's ridiculous, you guys. A lot of ridiculous going on, but go check out some of this stuff and see what's going on, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of good creators out there, and they have each their own individual input, and I enjoy a lot of them. So, you know, keep your eye out, and just know something's going to happen soon, okay? All right, God bless you guys. Good night. See you soon. Bye.